Hi guys, and welcome back once again to the South Korean ladder. As I found a very interesting game here for you, we have a very known player, a very known Terran player returning to the Starcraft scene. It is of course Nada as the Terran, who is here with his AK Gong Bang Ho Ho, so very interesting name here for him, as he's spawning in the lower left as the green Terran, and also very chatty here. And his opponent spawning here in the upper left in the white, or in the light orange. It is Soma, actually TEMUSOMA. I don't think that this is the real Soma, but yeah, sadly I don't know who exactly this AK is from. But yeah, it should be a very good game. It's a short replay which I found here, decided to cast it before going to work, so it should be of course a good game given the fact that both players are from the S rank on the South Korean ladder. And yeah, they're nicely chatting here, but yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. Very happy though that Nada has returned to the ladder, being very active. I wish him all the best. Maybe, who knows, we're going to be seeing him in the ASL tournament here as well. Deciding to wall off very early here with a supply depot and with a barracks. Of course, the map allows this with the 2 eggs into this location. And Zerg is also already scouting here the map, opting to go for a fast expansion here for him with another drone. Of course, we do have the production tab once again in the upper left part, just in case I'm missing something. So nothing out of the ordinary yet, pretty much the normal build order. Nada decides to play it safe, he decides to wall off, and then I'm very sure he's going to be going for his expansion. Expansion already in the making here for the Zerg, as the SCV is going straight on target here into the upper left part. There we have the gas and the spawning pool. So yeah, the pretty standard stuff here from the Zerg, as well as yeah, the SCV is going to be seeing the timing from the expansion. I believe Nada is going to try to stay as much as he can here into this location, just to see when or if there's going to be a tier 2 upgrade for him. And somehow this drone has glitched here forward. So perhaps this is what Nada is talking about, but now the Marine will of course be able to block the entrance, and we should be seeing the expansion here for Nada as well. So yeah, pretty standard stuff, even though it's a very short replay, nothing out of the ordinary yet. Nada of course really wants to know when the tier 2 will start. Around this time, 2 minute and 50-second mark, yeah, there it is. There's that tier 2 upgrade. So Nada checking also the expansion. I believe he's going to go back, and he should know of course that it is a tier 2 upgrade with perhaps some mutilists. Some lurkers would be also a very interesting idea here for the Zerg, but many Zergs really like to go into mutilist harassment versus the opponent. So yeah, in comes the Overlord, sees the expansion. 2 Marines are out to block the entrance. Let's have a look at his main. Pretty normal stuff here. Gas is a little bit late, but that's okay as he has invested into his expansion. So yeah, let's just see how the harassment from the Zerg is going to go. There we have the engineering bay. So Nada opting to go for some turrets, I believe. Not going for some Goliaths. We've seen some replays here recently on the South Korean ladder, with many players liking to opt for some Goliaths, even attacking with Goliaths and siege tanks into the late game. This time Nada decides to play defensively, and the Terran Academy shows to us that he's very likely going to be going for Stin Marines with medics. Yeah, there goes the SCV, and we do have indeed a Spire for TEMUSOMA. Temu, by the way, also a very interesting website, as it is just like Amazon, but I believe the products are a little bit cheaper and not of that good quality. I didn't order anything from Temu, I just heard about it, but yeah, it seems to be more not that expensive as Amazon and the rest. However, the quality is not as good as Amazon, as from what I've heard. So yeah, interesting name here for TEMUSOMA. Perhaps also a Soma that is not that good and not the original one. However, made it to the S rank, so still a good player. Or it's even Soma teasing here a little bit with a fake ID, who knows. Yeah, in come the first Zerglings. We do have the double barracks here for Nada, so Nada going straight into those barracks. Weapons 1, there is Stim, and we will of course see the range upgrade very soon for those Marines. So right now, Nada looking very good. Nice defense here by him. It's going to be very hard for the Zerg to move here forward. However, no turrets yet up for him. Even another barracks. So perhaps he's going very heavily into those barracks as the first Mutalisk are getting spawned here for the Zerg. Either that, or he knows, of course, the timing from the arrival of the Mutalisk. It could be just mass Marines with medics for him, as the Zerg is also taking here another expansion. So let's see what's going to happen. Good defensive gameplay here by Nada, going for even for a bunker. I don't see any turrets yet. Finally, there are the first turrets for him, as the Mutalisk have now spawned. And this turret will, of course, finish in time. So great timing build up here by Nada, as the first Mutalisk are coming here forward. And yeah, let's just see what they can do. Perhaps snapping the SCV quickly and then just move out, or attacking here into this location. We're about to find out what exactly TEMUSOMA is going to be doing. Perhaps waiting for more reinforcements, as he's just staying into this location. And yeah, Marines with medics waiting, of course, for the attack. One weapons upgrade will be finished very soon. Range also. So in comes the attack. Only one turret here for Nada, as he was just guessing where exactly the attack will happen. And yeah, the Mutalisk do take some damage. One SCV has been snapped, the second one here as well. One Mutalisk might get snapped very soon. So a pretty fair trade here for both players, as Nada is pumping out more and more of those Marines. And notice how he's leaving, of course, 2 turrets to protect the production buildings here. Very important defense to have here, as more and more Mutalisk are joining here the fight for the Zerg, currently at 7, even 8. So this could be quite deadly. At the same time, Nada is moving slowly but steadily out. He wants to very likely attack the second expansion here from the opponent. Let's see if this is going to work out for him. Steam is, of course, done. There are the medics. And yeah, now the Zerg in quite a bad spot, as he very likely might get surrounded very soon. So many Marines at home. The turrets are currently on fire. One might even explode here for Nada. It looks like Nada is going to regroup, and very likely is going to be going for a all-in. Of course, Soma is going to try to snipe as many units as he can while this is happening. The medics are doing a great job. Great micro here by the Zerg, as he's sniping Marine after Marine. Also taking some damage, of course. But in the end, a very good micro here by him. Nada tries to ignore this. He tries to moving forward towards that expansion, the important expansion here, with one sunken, as more and more Marines are getting pumped out. And indeed, this one turret did implode. So let's see what Nada can do here against all of those Mutalisks. In the end here for the Zerg. So yeah, of course, the Zerg tries to buy some time, tries to gather more units, even hiding a couple of Mutalisks here. Very smart move by him, as he's still trying to snipe as many Marines as possible. So Nada needs to make up his mind. Perhaps he's going to regroup, perhaps he's going to wait for reinforcements. In the meantime, more and more Marines are losing their lives, and the group of Marines is dropping very, very low, and he might even try to just pretty much snipe all of them. Of course, some Mutalisks will lose their lives here, but in the end, Nada being a little bit impatient. However, those Marines very, very strong here, attacking, dealing quite some damage. Only 4 Mutalisks have been left here, interesting enough, for the Zerg. So I believe the Zerg did lack a couple of Zerglings here in order to attack. So what I was thinking, that it was a perfect execution here by him with so many Mutalisks. In the end, those medics have done a great job. So I believe the problem here for the Zerg was the fact that he did not have any Zerglings on the ground in order to deal more damage towards the opponent. So quite a mistake, even though it looked very good for him. Looks like he's not done. He did snipe so many Marines, but it just shows how strong Marines with medics are, with one weapons upgrade and of course with range and stim, versus the Mutalisk, and even one armor is going to get finished here very soon. So of course the Zerg still tries to buy some time for his expansion. More Mutalisk are joining here the fight, and now even some Zerglings are here in the back, but just 4 of them, and very soon the Zerg might get surrounded. He's taking more and more damage. This actually looks very good here for Nada, as he's regrouping now with his main force, and very likely he's going to be going for the expansion into this location. Either that or just waiting here in the middle of the map. So it looks like Nada has made up his mind. The Zerg still tries to buy time Lurkers will be a very good answer here against Nada. Is there detection for him? Let's check his main. Does he have a... There is a starport and there's the science facility base, so he knows of course that Lurkers will be an option here for the opponent, and slowly but steadily we're closing towards the end game. Those Lurker, of course, a perfect counter towards all of those medics and marines on the ground. And with that, all of a sudden the Zerg seems to be once again into the advantage as he's slowly but steadily moving here forward with his Lurkers. Nada still not making up his mind where exactly to attack. Now he sees the Lurker even sniping one, so a very smart move by him. As now the Zerg is moving back, so still anyone's game, a very interesting game here. Nada pretty much in control of the middle of the map. The Zerg tries to counter the mass marines with some Lurkers, taking some damage however, but I believe the push is going to be starting very soon. As soon as that science vessel is out, the main push from the Terran should start, of course, versus the opponent. In the meantime, the Zerg even taking this expansion here, so very nice macro oriented game here for the Zerg. Tries to snipe, of course, as many marines as possible. Like I told you, the reinforcements are pulling here forward, and there should be a science vessel very soon. Of course, a science vessel with irradiance, even better against those Lurkers and Mutalisks. So yeah, let's just see if Nada finally taking the initiative. He's moving out without a science vessel. A little bit of a risky move by him, as some Lurkers could have been borrowed here in the middle of the map. Where exactly is he going? So the Zerg, of course, expects an attack here. He's even making another sunken colony, but in the end this will be very likely the main attack by Nada, with some siege tanks here as well. So the sunkens will slowly but steadily fall. A great timing push here by Nada. 2 tanks, 1 however taking some damage, but yeah, this will be cleared very soon by Nada. Some scourges are waiting, of course, for the science vessel and to drop immediately. There's the science vessel, needs to be careful to migrate out of danger, but so many marines with the upgrades. We even have some irradiance going out. Lurkers are of course dealing their best damage against all of those marines, but it looks very good here. The tanks in the back are of course protected, and it has of course to be GG here for the Zerg. So a very nice timing push, a very patient game here by Nada. Those 2 defilers a little bit late here onto the party. Of course, with defilers the hold would have been better. However, a very greedy gameplay here by the Zerg. Tried to take this expansion, and of course he didn't know where exactly the attack is going to happen. He did invest into some sunkens here, but yeah, Nada with a very nice, beautiful executed timing push here by him, giving him the victory into this interesting game. 2 starports here, 1 science vessel here into this location. So yeah, good game. Let's check the stats very quickly. Nicely executed here by Nada, showing us how strong, of course, marine with medics can be. And interesting enough, I believe the mistake that has been made here by Zerg was the attack with those mass Mutalisks. Even I was thinking that the Mutalisk would be able to snipe all of those marines, yeah, but in the end, marines with medics very strong versus the Zerg here into this matchup. So yeah, very interesting game. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to try to be as active as I can, posting more units. So sorry for the bad graphics. Still, I do have internet on my mobile device, but not onto the main computer. So yeah, the bad graphics, the original graphics here from Starcraft, should be around 1 or 2 months. I hope it's going to be fixed as fast as I can with the internet connection, as I've moved to a new place. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll be seeing, of course, in the next replays. It's Tommy signing out.